What's up? How's it going? Happy Tuesday? I never know what day it is. Story of my life. How's it going though? How's everybody feeling? How are you feeling? Let me know below. I want to talk about thoughts and giving them weight versus not giving them weight. So when I first got into personal development and like working on myself and learning about mindset and learning about how to change my beliefs, there was this perpetuating thought that kept coming up, that I kept hearing from people, like, oh, just think positive, oh, just have gratitude, and like you'll feel better and you won't have as many negative thoughts and it'll get easier and blah blah blah. And like honestly, like, have you ever been told that like just think positive and like everything will be fine, like it's gonna work out, like if you just think positive, like that's all you have to do? Like, that's a fucking lie. And it doesn't work, and I'm gonna tell you why and how, so, and what you can do about it, because like you can shift your beliefs, you can shift your thoughts, but it takes more than just thinking positive all the time. Like if you just perpetuate positive thoughts, like you're really gonna suppress the negative feelings that you need to feel in order to move on. So I just had this like realization. I was taking a shower and I was just like, wow, like our thoughts are not like real. Like they're just like it's like birds. When you see a bird like passing in the sky, you can either look at it and like acknowledge it and be like, oh, that bird's so beautiful, or you can just like ignore it and like not even know that, or like not even really give it weight or see that it's there. And thoughts are the same thing. Like when we have a negative thought, you don't have to believe it, you don't have to give it weight. It's literally just like a nagging voice in your head, but it doesn't mean anything about you. It doesn't mean that you're bad because you have negative thoughts, or that you are like not worth anything because you have negative thoughts. Like it's totally normal to have negative thoughts, but you don't have to give them weight. You don't have to, hey, thanks for joining, you don't have to believe them. And that, like, a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. And those negative thoughts, they're always going to be there, because we have learned from the ages of 0 to 14, we've learned from other people like how to believe things about ourselves. And that's where thoughts come from. They really don't even come from us. They really just come from what we picked up seeing other people believe about themselves and talk about themselves. Hey, thanks for joining. And yeah, they're really not real, and we don't have to give them any weight. So I just wanted to address that. Like, it's not about never having negative thoughts. Like, that's not what personal development or growth is all about. It is about like acknowledging the thoughts and seeing that they're there and just being the observer of them. Like just being aware that you have them, but you don't have to believe them or give them weight or like repeat them. Like it really is about like reframing them and like being the gentle, silent observer I can't talk, of them. But it's not about never having negative thoughts, because they're always going to be there. Like I said, it's just your programming that you've picked up from the ages of 0 to 14 from other people. So it's always gonna like try to rock you and shake you, but you don't have to give it any weight. You don't have to believe your negative thoughts. Like they're literally just there to guide you and to show you what you still have to work on and what you still have to grow from. But it's not about just being positive all the time and never acknowledging the negative thoughts. Like you really just have to be aware of them and know that just because you have negative thoughts doesn't mean that you're bad or that you're not growing or that you're stuck. It just means there's more stuff that you have to work on and observe, and just kind of be like the silent observer of it, and really just be compassionate and graceful for yourself during this process, because it is a process. Like it's not, like I keep saying, it's not about just thinking positive and you'll like everything will be fine and it's perfect. Like I think that is such a lie in the personal development world, is just to think positive all the time, and like it's just like, it's just not true, because you always are going to have negative thoughts. They're always going to be there. Like I said, they come from things that you picked up from other people. And so it's going to take, like, if you're like in your 20s or in your 30s, that's like 20 to 30 years of things that you've picked up from other people, and it's going to take time to shift that. But just because it's still there doesn't mean that you're not growing or transforming. So yeah, I'm just looking at my notes. I took notes so I can like go off on tangents. So I took notes. That's what I'm looking at. Just want to make sure I'm staying on track with everything that I'm sharing with you and that this is helpful. So yeah, it's not about like just affirming your way to what you want, because if you just think positive and you just like literally like force yourself to think positive and force yourself to affirm things over and over and over, it's just going to keep you stuck. And because you're not addressing the underlying things that's really what those negative thoughts are about. Like, it's showing you the underlying beliefs, the underlying subconscious things that you have picked up from other people that are still there and need to be addressed and worked through. But it's not about just like putting positivity over them and really like, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Like, it's not about just like sugarcoating it with positivity. It's about really being aware of the thoughts that you're having, where they come from, and like knowing that you can shift them, and you don't have to give your negative thoughts weight just because you have them. Like, it's totally valid to have negative thoughts, but you don't have to give them weight. Like, they don't really have a say. Like, I always like the expression, like put your ego or put your like negativity in the back seat and like strap it in. Like, it has a voice, it can talk, but it's not driving the car. It's not driving where you're going. It's not driving your transformation and your personal growth. It's just like there to show you kind of like what direction you need to take, but it doesn't, like, it's not in charge, if that makes sense. So let me know if this is making sense. Let me know if this is helpful. Give me some hearts or whatever emojis. And also, like, I want to speak to gratitude, because I feel like a gratitude is kind of a place where people can get stuck. Like, when I first joined, or when I first started doing like personal development, and like gratitude was one of the main things that I focused on, but it kind of got me stuck because I was just like saying that, like, being grateful for like the same kind of things every day, and like not really like looking beyond that. Like, I'd just be like, oh, I'm grateful to have this house, I'm grateful to have water, I'm grateful to have food, and it would just be like these simple things, and I wasn't really diving deep with it. So that's why I created my Grow Your Gratitude mini course. If you haven't heard about that, you can check that out on my website. If you are interested in diving more into gratitude, if you feel called to learn more about gratitude, go check that out. But because I'm just going to touch on it briefly here, and that really dives in fully. But so like, gratitude is such a good tool to like not only be grateful for the things that you have in your life, yes, but also for the things that like kind of upset you or frustrate you or are hard. Like, it is so important to have gratitude for literally everything that happens to you, because everything happens for a reason. Like, even if you have negative thoughts that are coming up and are perpetuating, you know, in your head, to be grateful for those, because it's showing you like what you have to work on still and what you need to address, and really like let yourself feel so that you can move on from it and get to a more positive place. Because like I said, it's not about just putting positivity over it and trying to like stuff that negativity down. It's about really being aware of the negativity, seeing like I said, giving it a voice and like listening to what it has to say, but not giving it any weight, and knowing that you can shift out of it and get to a better feeling place despite it. And so gratitude really just helps you with that. Like, it really just helps you to see the bigger picture of things and see that everything is happening for your highest good and for a purpose, and to move you along your path in a graceful way, I guess is the best way to put it. But like, it's everything that happens to you is happening for your greatest good, and I really like do believe that. And when you can trust and have gratitude for that, it really just helps to like shift your perspective into, okay, well, this happened for me, this happened like for me, it didn't happen to me, it happened for me to do this. Like, what's an example I can think of like lately in my life? Like yesterday I woke up and I like felt super heavy. I talked about this in my stories. I felt like super heavy. I just felt like really sad and like alone, and I've been feeling that a lot lately, just because of like, you know, we're all in quarantine, we're all kind of forced to be alone right now. And even though we have, you know, the ability to connect with people through social media and technology, which is awesome and so great, like I've been connecting with more people than normal lately, but it's also like I miss having that in-person interaction. Like, I miss being able to like hug my friends and like go hang out with people and like go places and see people out, you know. Like, I just have been feeling like really lonely in that sense. And I was like, okay, like I need to honor this. I need to like really like see what this is about, like what's going on here, so that I can like really move through it and get into a better feeling place. So I literally just like I just like tapped into what I needed, and I was like, okay, I need to just like lay down and cuddle with a blanket and like cry. And I just let myself do that, and afterwards I felt so much better. So it's just really about like honoring where you are right now, because it's all perfect, it's all happening, like I said, for your greatest good, for your highest evolution. And so it's really just about honoring that where you are right now, and knowing that you don't have to stay there. Like, you don't have to get stuck there. Like, there was a post I saw yesterday on here, I think I reposted it to my story, that was like, you know, drowning doesn't happen because you jumped in, drowning happens because you stayed in. So like, don't stay in those feelings. Know that you can like observe them and honor them and work through them to get to a better feeling place, if that makes sense. And gratitude just really helps you do that. Like I am just so grateful that like those feelings came up so that I could work through them. And you know, for so long I just like would ignore them or suppress them or be like, oh, this is negative, I'm not supposed to feel this, like I'm supposed to be positive, which is like a total fucking lie. It's totally bullshit. Like you have to honor those feelings. You know, we are both the light and the dark. Like the moon exists as well as the sun, so like it's the duality. Like you have to observe and you have to honor and be aware of those feelings, but know that it's all temporary and it's all going to pass, and it's all for your greatest good and your highest evolution, like I keep saying. So yeah, that's gratitude. Let me know if that was helpful. Let me know also like what you struggle with when it comes to honoring your feelings or having gratitude for things. Like I want to help you work through these things, so I think it'll be really fun to do that live, if you're watching live, or if not, if you're watching the replay, you can still do it in the DMs. But yeah, just checking my notes again. Sorry, half my notes don't even make sense because I'm just like channeling when I write them, and I'm like, wait, what? What did I mean by that? Yeah, so I really want you to like, so the purpose of this live is like, I really want you to think of things in your life that have happened lately that have upset you or maybe angered you or maybe made you feel sad or like less than, and really like, how can you be grateful for them? How can you honor that experience? How can you honor that happened, and how can you have gratitude for it and what it's teaching you? So I really want you to reflect on that, journal about it if you feel called to journal. Journaling is like one of my favorite things to do, just to like work through these things. It really is just helpful to like write down like, I feel lonely right now, like why is this coming up, why do I feel lonely? And then you can kind of like shift it from that. That's what I'm gonna teach you in my Grow Your Positivity course, which is coming out in about 2 weeks. So I'm really excited. I haven't actually talked about it that much, but I just feel called to mention it. So because it is going to be so helpful, there's going to be amazing journal prompts in there. It's like an 8-week course just to help you find more ease and joy and gratitude in your life without overwhelm, because like it can be so overwhelming when you are getting started on this journey to, like I said, not feed into the lie of just being positive, just being straight up positivity all the time. Like I have to be positive and grateful for everything all the time, like I can't honor these bad feelings. So the course is really going to help you work through these things and really honor where you're at right now, and also like learn how to shift out of it and get to where you want to be, because your dreams are possible, your dreams are valid. Like you're here for a reason, you have your desires for a reason, you have your dreams and your goals for a reason. And yeah, I want to help you achieve them and get there faster and easier than you could have maybe done on your own, because I know for me, doing it on my own was a real fucking struggle. So trying to help you make it easier for yourself and more joyful. So yeah, I think that was all. I'm just trying to like skim through my notes real quick again and make sure I mentioned everything that I wanted to talk about. I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know if it was, and hope to see you in my course soon. Reach out if you want more information on it. I'm just kind of like putting everything together right now, so yeah, I would love to share more information about you, what it's going to look like and all that, what the investment is. I'm trying to make it really affordable, so that everyone can be able to have this information and these tools and resources, because literally it's changed my life for the better. Like I can't even articulate how much it has helped me, and I just want to extend that to you. That is literally my mission on this earth. That's why I'm here, is to help you like live your life with ease and joy and passion and like thrive. I want to help you thrive and really live a life that you love and are like excited for every day to wake up to. So yeah, Nobe Master, am I saying that right? What do you want to learn about? How can I help? I'm here to serve. I'm here to help. Let me know your question and maybe I can answer it before I get off here. So yeah, I got like on a tangent there again, but I don't know, that was all I wanted to say. And I'll also be including astrology in my course as like a one-on-one offering. So you have the option, it's kind of a VIP offer if you want to work with me one-on-one and kind of learn more about your personal astrology and how it can help you move through your life with ease and joy and help you relate to other people. Astrology, if you're not familiar with astrology, like it really is a science of the stars and the planets, like which is where we come from. So it can really help you learn yourself better, really can help you learn Like, your astrological birth chart is the roadmap of who you are and what your soul came here to accomplish in this lifetime. So it can really tell you like what your highest potential is and what you're here on this planet to do and what your mission is, and kind of like your karma. It can help you work through the things that, you know, are a struggle for you, because everyone has a different birth chart. Everyone has different experiences. Everyone has a different life purpose. We all came here to do something different, to help this planet evolve and to grow. And so astrology can really just help you tap into that. So I'm really passionate about sharing it with you, really passionate about what was I about to say? I don't even know. I just lost my train of thought. Really excited to just share it with you and help you to move through your life better with the tools of astrology, because it can really help you learn yourself, what your highest potential is, what your purpose here is, and yeah, all that really cool fun stuff that, you know, I struggled with for so long. Like, a little bit about me, I guess I'm about to go off on a tangent, but I really feel called to share my story more, and more of like what I've been through, because I feel like, I was saying this on my stories, like I feel like a lot of what I post about is inspirational, it's inspiring, yes, it's positive, but I feel like it can also be kind of hindering, because it can put that like image out there that my life is all like sunshine and rainbows, when it's not. Like, I've been through so many experiences. Like, you know, I was in a really traumatic relationship at a young age, and I dropped out of college at a young age, and it really just shook me, because I was like, that was my path. Like, I thought my path was to go to school and to be a pharmacist, and which is like so hilarious looking back on. Like, anyways, so yeah, that, like, I've been through so much, and astrology and these tools have really just helped me to see the bigger picture and see what I'm here to accomplish. And so I really just want to help you with that, because God, I just got off on another tangent. But like, my background and story, like, I went to school, I studied biology, neuroscience, and psychology to become a pharmacist. And about a year into my studies, pre-med, I realized I didn't want to go the pre-med route anymore. I didn't want to take organic chemistry. Quite honestly, that was my whole reasoning behind switching my majors. I didn't want to take organic chemistry. So I switched my major to neuroscience and psychology, and I didn't even know what I wanted to do though. I was like, this is just what I'm interested in. Like, I just want to study this because it's interesting. Meanwhile, I was going like $40,000 into debt a year because of the school that I was going to, and I didn't even know what I wanted to do. So that was like, it really brought up a lot of things for me, like a lot of doubt, because I was like, you know, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Like, I'm wasting so much money, and I don't even know like what I want to do after I'm done. And like, I was only halfway through, I was 2 years in, and that's actually why I moved to Colorado, because I was going to transfer out here to the University of Colorado Boulder for neuroscience, because they're the only program, or the only school at the time, that had neuroscience as a major, and I thought that was what I wanted to study. And I'm still really interested in that. Like, I definitely want to learn more about it and kind of integrate it into my coaching and into my courses to help you with it as well, because our brains are so powerful, and I think there's so much to learn from them, and to learn, once we like know how our brains work, it can really help us to retrain them and to reprogram them and to get to a better place. And within our own lives, just knowing and having the resources of how our brain works and how we can use that to our advantage and our benefit. But that was a side tangent again. Where was I don't even remember. Oh yeah, so yeah, I transferred out here to go to school for neuroscience, but I still didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't want to do research, because I had this like goal and this dream of making 6 figures so that I could pay off my debt from school, and I knew that research probably wasn't going to get me there. So I had this like existential crisis, and felt that like I was failing myself, I was failing my family, I was failing at life, because I was in all this debt and didn't know what I wanted to do, and I wasn't happy. And I was just like working retail jobs to make money and like basically get by, and I was miserable. Like, I was so anxious and depressed all the time. And I just remember like I used to lash out at my friends, I used to lash out at my family, because I was just so unhappy with where I was, and I just didn't know the direction of my life. And like, I just felt so lost and confused. So if you've been there or you are there, I totally feel you. Like, I spent probably about 2 years in that state, like, just like, what do I do? Like, I just don't know what to do. Like, you know, if I don't go back to school, like, what am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna make money? Like, I don't want to work. And I was working at Whole Foods. I was like, I don't want to work at a grocery store my whole life. Like, what the fuck, like, am I here to do? And then I started getting into personal development and learning about coaching and learning about astrology, and it really just helped me solidify the idea within myself that, like, I'm here for a greater purpose, and that, you know, school wasn't gonna help me get there. But it really took a whole lot of crying and temper tantrums to work through that. So hopefully, like, I can help you kind of move through that with ease and in a faster and more joyful way, because I totally get how draining it is to just feel like you don't know what you're doing, to just feel lost, and to just feel like life is kind of working against you, and that, you know, you don't have what you need to succeed, and that, like, things are hard. I totally get it. So that's just a little bit of my story and my background. I really did think for a really long time that I was gonna go to school, and, like, that was my path. And but I've really just learned to have gratitude for that time, and to really, like, looking back, that was about 7 years ago. And so just to, like, have the perspective of, like, wow, that time really was happening for me, and it really taught me that I don't need to follow the traditional path that everyone thinks or, like, wants me to succeed and to be happy in life. So that's what I'm here to help you with. And yeah, I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope it wasn't just me, like, going off on tangents, because I tend to do that, squirrel brain. But yeah, I hope you're having a great Tuesday, and I'll probably see you again this week, because I want to go live on here more. I used to do it a lot, and I just moved, and the Wi-Fi wasn't great when I first moved here. I don't know how it just magically got better all of a sudden, but yeah, so it wasn't allowing me to do lives for a long time, and I just, like, tried today and was like, it worked. So I just felt like I needed to share that information with you. And yeah, so I hope it was helpful. I hope you gained some insight. I hope you feel inspired. And if you want to learn more about my course offerings, reach out to me, send me a DM, or go to my website, drivenbyplants.com. Also have tons of recipes and just insightful, inspiring blog posts on there as well. So yeah, have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to listen to me. I appreciate you. And hopefully I will see you soon. Bye!